started bleeding, and like both me and the general manager stopped, and he's like looking at me, and I'm just like, put the knife off to the side, toss the avocado in the trash can, take both of my uh gloves off, throw them into the trash can, and he's just staring at me because I just cut my hand pretty badly, right? Immediately wrapped my hand, slipped another glove on over it to contain the bleeding, picked up the cutting boards and tossed them in the sinks, right? And then I just turned to one of my coworkers and asked them if they could go ahead and reset the station and finish up the sandwiches. And he was like, "Are are you okay? Do you need an incident report?" And I'm like, "Why? I was being stupid and not paying attention. It's fine. I'll be ready in like 2 minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience." And I go and just bandaged my hand up and double gloved, the whole containment procedures, and the general manager's just staring at me like, "Are you gonna call out like the other kid did?" And I'm like, "Why?" It was funny. The other kid in this that the general manager was talking about was this kid who had like, I don't know if you've worked with a commercial deli slicer, but there are like 3 hand guards you have to get through to actually touch the blade with your hand, unless you're being a complete doofus. This kid somehow managed to get past all of them and slice the side of his hand up on the first freaking day. And then came the next day with stitches in his hand. He's like, "Woe is me. I can't work in these conditions." And I'm just over there. I'm like, "You fucking dumbass." Like, normally I'm not that critical, but geez. Oh, thank you for the follow. Lavender Vine. All these lovely names. Shisho leaves. Okay, so these aren't shisho leaves, but they look the same and they smell similar. So, and the internet told me that these would be good. So we're gonna see how this goes. Wish me luck. This one's all wilty. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeet. Not even sure how I'm gonna be able to peel these, but I'm sure I'll manage. So yeah, adventures in retail. When I say I've worked all the way across the food industry, I was not joking. Like at that QFC, I got hired on at the Starbucks kiosk, and then they let me go and cross train over in the deli because they needed an extra hand. I wanted more hours, and the pay rate was the same. But then the meat and seafood counter also wanted an extra person, and I volunteered for that one, but I had to fight them on it because the pay rate was different. Ultimately, I showed them my experience in food service, and what they did is they just raised my pay rate at the other 2 locations, and I got my duties up so that all of them matched, which was ultimately the end result. So in the end, I got more money and more hours, which was good. Of course, that meant I spent a lot of days getting there at like 6 a.m. to open the Starbucks kiosk and staying there until 10 p.m. so I could close the deli.